the ones who are okay, so the session will be recorded and we will be sharing it after the webinar. So M19, we are a tech provider working on ads automation and optimization on Amazon. We do only Amazon ads, full funnel for sponsored product brand to DSP. We are a self-service tech provider, which means we don't provide services. So you own the actions, the strategy, and how to steer, and we are the tool to help you there. Our philosophy is simplicity. So we want to provide the simplest tool possible to provide the maximum performance, cutting out all the noise around features that we think are not worth the complexity and not worth or not good for performance, for ads performance. We are tech first, as I said, no managed services. So all our capabilities are AI based, like machine learning is at the core of our technology. So we use algorithms and math to optimize the ads on Amazon. We don't do only ads with ads data. We are retail centric, which means that we are heavily focusing on margin, profitability. You can steer your ads leveraging your SEO, your organic rank, your inventory, etc., etc. So all the retail needed data is available in one platform on M19 to help you steer your advertising. And last, we are full funnel, which means that we cover all the Amazon formats, from sponsored product, brand, sponsored display to DSP. Everything in one platform, under one product, under one package. Cool. I see that Ilya raised his hand. Yeah, please. If there is any, go ahead, please, for your question, if you have one. Shen, do you see any question coming? Yes, the presentation and the recording, you will get it. Okay. Okay, so no problem. Ilya, please just write down your question in the chat and we will answer it later. So, search sponsored ads. By search, we mean sponsored products and sponsored brand. They captures demand, which means the user are already active. They know what they are looking for. They type their search term on Amazon, and this is what search captures. So it's an existing demand that we want to go after. It has its limit. The sales can plateau if you do only or you rely only on search. It's hard to do prospecting only with search, and you might also lose audiences. While DSP, it's you widen the demand. So you create the demand. You go for other cohort and users that are not already searching for your product or with an existing demand. Display, like DSP, is also omni-channel. It's display and video on and off Amazon, unlike search that is only on Amazon. In DSP, you can do advanced retargeting with a lot of different definitions of retargeting, since you have control over exactly which users you are going for in the most cost-effective way. You can also do prospecting with DSP in order to acquire new buyers, and it's pretty easy to work on your retention because you target specific users and audiences and not only search intent and search terms. You can go directly for users for cross-sell. All right. Cool. Thanks, thanks, Lawrence, for my shirt. I will give you the address later. What about organic listings and products? Like in terms of the data that is available on M19, anything listing wise is tracked inside M19 with the tool that we call Product 360. Anything that relates to title, category, BSR, reviews, everything is tracked and you can monitor it over time. And you can organic rankings and also sponsored rankings, you can track them inside M19. We have our own keyword tracker, and you can put in place sponsored ads automation that are tied to your organic ranking. For example, if you are already top positions on organic positions, we M19 will automatically decrease the ads for these products that are already top of search organically. So these automations are provided in the sponsored ads tool by M19. I won't be covering this piece because today's presentation webinar is about DSP. But please, yeah, if you have more questions, feel free to reach to the team and we can answer them later. In the demo, I will be only showing you the DSP side of M19. So as we said, search captures demand, DSP helps creating the demand, and AMC, Amazon Marketing Cloud, is the brain, is the thing that is in between that help unifies everything and measure and understand what's happening between search and DSP. Inside M19, we provide a set of predefined reports and analysis that are, as usual, simplified by M19 and triggered and automated on your behalf. So you don't need to do anything. As soon as you connect your account with M19, we will create this brain, this AMC for your own account. We will link it to your search, to your DSP if you're on DSP. There will be reports that are created on your behalf. I will show you in the demo. And you can go analyze and understand what's happening. Some of what AMC covers are like the purchase journey. So not only relying on last click, but understanding the whole purchase journey from like all the different touch points leading to a sale. You can also assess which audiences are converting more, etc., etc. So all these three work together. So the loop is search, DSP, and AMC. All of this is under one platform. We make it work under one platform. The end goal is total revenue, total sales, organic and sponsored, while activating search and DSP and measuring the impact. We don't believe that we should be, and everybody should be measuring ACOS or ROAS or return on ad spend per channel. It should be cross channels. By channels, we mean like top and bottom of the funnel. If we want to be able to measure any incremental sales, if there are incremental sales. Any questions so far? Please feel free to comment. As I already shared, our DSP solution, there's no expertise required. You will see during the demo. I will cover this into more details. Why we did this? The main reason is the complexity of DSP. Like DSP is very complex. Just to create one campaign or one order, one DSP order, it takes dozens of manual campaign, of manual steps. And the problem is these steps are interconnected and they need to be done in some specific orders. For example, you need to create an order, you need to have line items created, creatives created, flights to manage the budget creatives, then to choose your own campaign, then to choose your bidding, etc., etc. So you can see that it is hard for new advertisers to do all this by their own. Usually to do it, you need to have a minimum ad spend. And usually with other tech providers or solution provider or whatever, you need a minimum ad spend and also a retainer. So unless you are willing to spend at least 10K a month or whatever, or need to pay a minimum, you cannot do DSP. We want to remove this barrier and we want to make DSP affordable for anyone to test. And usually the DSP reporting is completely separate from sponsored ads. We believe that it's not the right thing. They need to be in the same place and sometimes even merged to assess the impact of the combination of sponsored ads and DSP. M19 way of doing it, as you can see on the right, we oversimplified the thing. Minimum steps required, minimum decisions that need to be made. Beginners can do it, no minimums anywhere. And of course, I think you understood it, but we unified everything in one dashboard and one tool. So far, we have a lot of questions regarding what to expect. Is it incremental? Isn't that incremental? The only answer that we are giving is it depends on how you do it and how you are measuring the incrementality of it. We think that the best way to measure the impact of DSP is by measuring total revenue after activating DSP, before and after over a long period of time, at least 45 days, if not 60 days or more. You start DSP, of course, it's hard if your account is seasonal or very seasonal, it's hard to do the before and after. But the best way we found is over a large amount of accounts. We are lucky to have, when we run this analysis a month ago or more, we had at that time 170 active accounts. We looked at 2 months before activating DSP, 2 months within DSP. We looked at total revenue of the account. We looked at the total cost generated by search and DSP, and the return on ads, top of funnel included. We measured this kind of global tacos. What we saw over this large cohort of account, overall, in average, there was an 8% increase in total revenue with an increase of spend, like the return on ad spend of 1 point, which means that the margin is absolute, like percentage margin is slightly lower because we increased the tacos by 1 point, but the total revenue in average increased by 8%. Yes, let me check the questions. Okay, so what is the time m19 needs to work optimal? It depends. For DSP, we recommend to have it run at least a month to assess. And you saw that our analysis, we did it over 2 months. So usually we recommend to test properly DSP, to plan for a 3 months test period. Sponsored ads, everybody knows that how simple it is to assess incrementality of it. It's just 1 month is way more than enough to test M19 with it. For sponsored ads, 1 month is enough to test M19. And M19 can work optimally in 1 month. DSP depends on the budget. In terms of time to work optimally, M19 usually it's a month. But to assess the impact of DSP, if it's worth or not, would recommend 2 to 3 months. There's another question. Can we control how much we need to spend on each ASIN? Yes. And I will move now to the demo so that you can see by yourself how much control you can get or decide not to get. It depends on how you set it up. I have a question from Robert as well. What works better, DSP or sponsored ads? They are two different products. It's very, very different. As I said earlier, sponsored ads is for like an existing demand, and DSP is slightly higher on the funnel. You are trying to nurture and create the demand. Florence Perret is asking about the measurement period. It's 2 months. And yes, we need to be very careful about the events, Mother's Day, big sprint. Since it's over a large amount of accounts, some will be biased positively and some biased negatively. But overall, this bias would be kind of calibrated. Um, Alexander, how do you measure holistically when orders happen in the shop? We don't measure that. So this is, it's not captured, which is, if it happens, it means that we are under evaluating the impact of DSP. We don't, on our side, there's no link to Meta, YouTube ads, and influencer for the question about attribution, tracking attribution with other sources. So, and yeah, so we don't do that. And last time I checked, like the Amazon Pixel was kind of in the decommission phase. I don't know where it stands now. But I don't know if you can do it properly or not. All right, let's move to, what time is it? Okay, so, and maybe if there's one last question before I move to the demo. Okay, all good. Let's move to the demo. Mhm. All right. So for people who are already accustomed or know M19, in M19, you have different views and reporting. The core of the software is this area, like strategies, is advertising strategies. You create a strategy inside M19, and this strategy, like it's a business strategy, what you want to do with your ads, and M19 will be creating all the objects, all the campaigns, the orders, the portfolios, everything. Let me show you how it works, how we can create a DSP strategy and how simple it is. Let's start with a retargeting, very easy test you can run on DSP. Let's do retargeting for my bestseller. Start by giving it a name. You have 3 options to choose from. These are different algorithms for bid optimization. Since we do retargeting, we are caring about sales happening. We are optimizing, maximizing for sales. Let's do a 1,000 euro budget per month. You can choose either you want to do display or video. If you do video, you need to choose one of your videos or upload. You can upload a new one, or you do display, and we will use Amazon responsive e-commerce banners that will be created automatically on your behalf. So you give it a name, choose an optimization, give it a budget, say display, then you choose your audience. You have 2 options. Either you go for Amazon in-house proper audiences. So there are different type of audiences based on demographic, in market, lifestyle, life event, etc. So you can go for some specific region, people in market for, I don't know, dogs food or whatever. So you just need to, let's go for in the market, and let's go for music. People who are in market for music products just need to drag and drop. You can cross this audience with others. And let's go for male. Yeah, it's okay. The account is French. It's and you can blacklist, for example, your past buyers to do proper retargeting. Anyone that bought from you over the last 365 days, you can exclude them from the audience. Then you choose the product you want to push, like the bestseller. We are doing retargeting for the bestseller, and you create. Now it's finished. It's as simple as that. So now we created a retargeting from our bestseller strategy. You can name it whatever you want. We gave it a budget. We chose the products. We specified the audience. You can even go for some custom built audiences that you build yourself on Amazon, if on AMC if you want, and you can use them here. We are going for yeah. By the way, this is not even retargeting because we are going for in market. This is consideration. To do proper retargeting, it's the opportunity for me to show you the other option to go for. To choose your audience is to go with our smart audiences. These are presets by m19 where we create product-based audiences and AMC-based audiences. So retargeting is already a preset that we can build exactly for you, for these products that you are willing to promote. If I choose smart audiences retargeting, say, so now the strategy will do real retargeting for these two products, and the audience will be created automatically. So you might see these type of messages to explain what is happening. So since this DSP campaign relies on a specific custom audience to your product, we need to create it. Amazon need to process it. So the DSP campaign will only start running when the audience is created, when it's validated by Amazon. I will make a small pause here. Okay, great. The audience cannot see the questions, right? Or do they can? Okay. Okay, perfect. Um, okay, so question from Andres. How can we know DSP is creating incremental sales and not sales that we're going we're going happen we're going to happen anyway? So the honest answer is I don't know. The best way we found to measure is to do a before after total sales, just adding in DSP and seeing if the total pie is getting bigger without hurting the margin. But we don't have, and you don't have the tools to properly or perfectly measure incrementality. Madam Jad, my M19 doesn't have portal like this. It's just simple to create a campaign, just select budget, select ASIN, and boom, it's ready to roll. Uh, yes, I agree. It's simple to create, but I don't know what you mean by your M19 portal doesn't have the same view. So please reach to support. It's weird that you don't have the same options as me. Another question about how much time it does take to create the orders. So when you create a strategy, if I go back, you see there is a message that is telling you how much time in average it will take to create. So usually we make one per day update. So during one day, you can make a lot of changes, and during your next scheduled update, everything will be reflected on the ads console. So in average, it takes 12 hours because we make one big update per day. So whatever you create in terms of strategy, just expect it to be reflected the next following day. So we can track Amazon DSP conversion in the shop from CAPI, like API via AMC, right? Do you do this? Sorry, Alexandre Nguyen, I didn't get your answer. If you can reframe it. Are there any noticeable performance trends depending on the audience type, such as abundant cart, retargeting competitors, or awareness against consideration and conversion? The honest answer is we don't have enough data yet to provide um, like guidance on which audience performs best. So these 6 presets are based on the most common uses. So we will be adding more presets and more audiences, and we don't have yet enough data to see which one is working best. And I don't expect to have this answer because also it's very, very dependent on the category, the product, how it's configured, etc. What you should expect from us is a- some more presets. So the last 3 here, cart abandoners, clicked but not purchased, and lapsed buyer, these are new. They are using AMC to create these audiences. And the first 3 are based on product audiences. How can we get access to all those smart audiences presets in our dashboard account? We only have 3 or 4. Miguel Calves, okay, so because you have only the presets for product audiences, so we should include you in our beta program where the AMC audiences are available. We will release them, I guess, in end of August, beginning of September. But if you are interested, if you want to test them now, they are available, and just please reach to support and ask for being included in our program to have access. Just ask for the AMC preset audiences, and we can activate them for you. There is a question about choosing the ASINs to be optimized. Yes. So the products here, you have the option. You can choose whatever product you want to be optimized. You can update. And all these products will be promoted inside this DSP strategy. Okay, so I see another question from Ilya about the AMC-based audiences. Ilya, the same, we can add you in the program so you can have access to them. Tanin is asking if you can create DSP campaigns via m19 to redirect the audience to website outside of Amazon. You can Uh, I need to check, but you can add a custom creative, or where it does redirect to your external website. But I have some doubt. I don't know if we authorized custom creatives that are redirecting to. Give me 1 second, and I can answer you. All right. So yeah, I just got the answer. No. So you cannot redirect to your own website, even if you are able to add custom creatives, but we won't allow the custom creative that redirects to your own website because we are not able to track your conversion on the website, and our optimization algorithms relies on that. So we are not able to track the conversion that is happening on your external website. This is the main reason why we blocked it from the custom creatives as well. Another question from Ali. How can we verify that the sales were generated by Amazon DSP and were not going to happen anyway? So this again, you cannot verify and be completely confident about it. The only thing that you can at least measure is the exposure group, like the different cohorts where DSP was, and see how it's performing compared to the other cohorts where DSP is not, but it's not an incrementality test. We have also this is to measure new to brand by channel overlap. And you have also the new to brand, just the overlaps between sponsored ads and DSP in terms of reach and in terms of ACOS. You can measure that for every month. And what you can also measure, this is just new to, okay, this is just new to brand campaign. No, these are the two main views where you can see the performance of DSP on a conversion path in terms of return on ad spend, reach, and also new to brand. This is one way of looking at it. The other way is inside M19, we are displaying sponsored ads and DSP investment, both on one side, and we are computing the total like DACOS. It does include like the DACOS that you see here. It does include DSP and sponsored ads. So one way also of measuring is looking at your total sales and measuring the tacos over time before and after stacking sponsored ads and DSP. Another question from Akshat. Does changes done within the Amazon console reflect here, or is it reset after the sync? We don't recommend changing orders and copies that are created by m19. So we detect them each daily whenever we run our update, and we override them. So we reset anyways, or we cancel anything that you change on m19 campaigns and orders. So we don't recommend that. I see Alexander Nguyen pretty heavy on D2C shop. No, we don't offer anything related to D2C shop. Our focus is really, really Amazon. So we don't know how Amazon DSP is valuable to drive traffic for for your own website. We don't know, and it's not our expertise and how we are designing the tool. We are really heavy on Amazon. By the way, we don't do and we are not planning to go on any other marketplaces, Walmart, whatever. The same on DSP. The DSP we are focusing on is on and off Amazon uh, for Amazon. I have another question from Khalid. What's the difference between this service and M19 Autopilot? So M19 Autopilot it's a very different software. It's a software designed for very small advertisers who only needs to do sponsored product. And the main difference is Autopilot are for advertisers that spend in average less than 5,000 a month. And M19 Professional, that does include DSP, are for the bigger advertisers. And a question from Alexandre, can we see in AMC if users have seen DSP and typed in brand term in order to see uplift in brand traffic? No, I don't think we can see it here. What we can see is new to brand, just new to brand share on the groups that contain DSP, and you can compare just DSP groups, they're new to brand compared to groups without new to brand. And let me look at the new to brand versus repeat. Yeah, so here you can see, yeah, the new to brand like conversion attributed to the DSP as last click. Yeah, but this is not just touched because this is last click. So no, the answer to your question, you cannot get it with M19 prepackaged template. Majid, can you please let me know the link to create an account? I have only M19 Autopilot. So please, if you have only M19 Autopilot, just reach to our support team just to ask for if it's worth for you to test M19 professional offer. Just we can tell you if it's. We think that of course you always have the option. You can go subscribe if you want directly from our own website. Uh, but we recommend for autopilot users to ask us if it's what would you recommend if we recommend you to test it or not. Yes, Alexander. Like I think the brand term in order. Yes, the uplift in brand traffic. I guess that it's. I'm not sure, but I think it's feasible with other templates on AMC. And by the way, you can just use Claude or ChatGPT. They know pretty well all the AMC template library by Amazon, and it will tell you exactly which template from Amazon on the advertising console you can use and how to use it to have this exact data that you are looking for. Cool. Let me show you one last piece of DSP that it's not open to the public yet. But again, if you are interested in testing, we can give you access. So on the awareness, we can run Now we can run some streaming TV on Twitch or even on Prime Video. Prime Video bestseller. So when you go for awareness, you choose a budget, 1,000. You select the period on which you want to run your campaign. You choose a creative. And you can choose either Prime Video or streaming TV. Let's do Prime. You can select the targeting. You can go for comedy, action, drama, or top trending from the Prime catalog. You can also combine different deals. Based on the budget you input, we can give you an estimate of the max impression we can get on Prime Video for this campaign. And you can choose the products that you want to be promoted or linked for the to this strategy and create. The video duration does not match the selected deals allow duration. Okay, so here the deal like allows only this type of duration. So you and this video have 45 seconds. So you just need to have the right video duration. So you get the point. You see how simple it is to create either a Prime Video or a streaming DSP streaming TV order within m19. When you have your DSP strategy, we have a view inside m19 where you can see all your different strategies running: sponsored product, brand, and display. For example, I have this one, this DSP strategy running with a monthly budget of 400K. You can see its ACOS, how much ad sales it generated over the last 30 days. You can see its cost. It's the same as the rest, like sponsored ads way of doing inside m19. We do it with DSP. So you have your DSP and sponsored ad strategies on the same view to monitor and track them. And all this is fully personalizable. Any Okay, so Alex Honda is giving us some questions, some background of why he was asking all these questions. I know that outside traffic drives Amazon sales, knowing the Meta and YouTube numbers. But when I do DSP ads, I want to see the whole truth. You could sell DSP much better when the attribution tracking is also somewhat solved for the shop. I agree. I agree that we can sell the DSP better, but yeah, we need to prioritize. There are different DSP topics, and by the way, just for example, Prime, um, DSP Prime, streaming TV, just to cover them inside the platform, doing the AMC-based audiences. We have a lot of streams ongoing, and yeah, we have to choose our battles and what to prioritize. And so far, it's not in the top of our priorities because also our own customers are not asking for it a lot. Cool. Any last question? Maybe I can go back to my presentation. One last slide I wanted to show you. As I told you in the beginning, slideshow is not, yes. DSP is complex. it needs expertise. We try to move it, and also it can be expensive. And we are trying also to make it affordable in terms of complexity and also in terms of pricing. This is why we included it in our existing package. Today, to use M19, it costs 400 euros plus 3% of ad spend, of the managed ad spend by M19. If you are a customer of M19, you can start from tomorrow with no fee using DSP. So we'll create a DSP advertiser for you, and you will be only charged 3% on the managed DSP spend. If you have already your own DSP account that you are getting directly with Amazon or with another agency or whatever, instead of the 3% applied on DSP, we will be applying only 1%. And the 400 fix, usually they are covered if you are already using sponsored ads. So it's the best DSP offer you can find on the market. So great. If I can stay a couple of seconds more if there is another question before leaving. Otherwise, thank you all for your time, and hope that you learned something, or at least the M19 way of doing DSP. And that for the ones that are not using it or didn't test it, that gave you the opportunity or just the will to go give it a try. So thank you, everybody. And